Alright, I'm trying to do a quick video here of this amp that I'm putting up for sale. This is a Indigo Labs Valpro 510-11. It's based on a Valco amp. I rehoused it, however you want to call it, into a vintage Zenith radio cabinet. The radio itself was missing when I got it. A friend of mine actually gave me the cabinet, and this friend of mine, he actually restores radio cabinets or radios itself. And he's like, the radio was junk, so, you know, he gutted it for parts. He gave me this for free. It looks really cool. It definitely has a unique Art Deco, I guess, feel to it. It has a 15-inch Cleveland Alnico speaker. I believe that's what it is. I'd never heard of it before. I think it's out of an old organ. Honestly, I don't know where I got the speaker from. I think it's around an 8-watt amp. It's only 3 tubes, and yeah, so it's based on a Valco. It has, the controls are fairly simple. We have our clean and distort switch. We have our voice switch, which I'll go over that in a second. What that does, obviously, we know what treble is, master and pre. So you know those are your volumes. Doing a quick thing on the switches, or the switch. This is position 1 in clean. Fairly dirty. If we go up to distort, it's definitely more distorted. We're going to drop it down. These different positions, I think and Doug is a person who made this amp. I think what Doug was trying to do here, or what he's doing here, is he's adding capacitors essentially to almost treat it like a veritone, but instead of being a tone type of control, the veritone, the capacitors are adding fuzz and drive to it. So we'll get a very gated sound on one of these settings. So that's position 1. And there's nothing between me and the guitar except for a cable. So there's no other effects on here. There's no effects at all. All right, so let's go to position 2. And sorry for my poor playing. I'm not warmed up at all. I almost like the clean setting for distortion for some reason. I think it's a little bit more crisp, I guess you would say. And this is more of a gated fuzz type of sound. That's me just rolling back the volume on the guitar. Let's go to 4. More of that gated sound. And the way they have it labeled, and again, this is an AI overview, so I do apologize if it's not exactly accurate. They're saying that positions 3 and 4, 3 is a vintage crunch squelch gate, okay? And 4 is heavy saturation squelch gate. So 1 is a low and 1 is a high. They're saying for 3, the internal bias shifts to induce distinct tube overdrive. This position introduces a mild self-squelching gate effect, which you're definitely hearing that. Background hum disappears completely when your guitar volume is at 0. So let's try that. I don't hear anything. Or if you stop playing, okay. Position 4, they're saying, is the gate behavior tightens and the distortion deepens into dirty blues territory. The amp compresses heavily here. It's highly sensitive to your guitar's physical volume knob, expanding the dynamic range. Okay, sure. And that was me just going from single coil or split to humbucker mode. All right, let's go to position 5, and they get louder and cleaner. So here's position 5. Fuzz-like compression. Now again, please remember this is an AI overview. I do have a word out to Doug, but I believe Doug is on vacation. I don't think I ever got a manual when I got the amp. I got it used, I think. I don't remember. Again, I've had it for years. And I guess that could be fuzzy. I consider that more drive, but you know, that's... I'm almost wondering if the AI overview is backwards with its position. Because they're saying for position 2, edge of breakup. That sounds like I'm on the edge of breakup, and I'm in clean. And if I go into distort, I think I'm right there. So I think these might be a little backwards. Not the amp, but the overview. And then... maybe not, because what they're saying for position 6 is full open, maximum saturation. So yeah, I think these are a little backwards, but they still, again, the amp itself is not backwards. I think the description is backwards. So let's go to position 6. Go into split mode. And then go up to distort. Going back into humbucker. Play around with the treble here. So you roll back the treble. It still stays fairly bright. I'm in the neck position actually. And it just doesn't have the same amount of you're losing some of the snappiness, I guess you would say, that tighter high end. And the nice thing is, even if you crank the treble, I'm losing my pick here. It's not ice picky type of treble, you know. It's still a nice. It's still a very pleasing sound. So if we go back to the AI overview, they're saying that position 1 is supposed to be a warm, clean headroom mode. This provides the cleanest signal with maximum headroom. It bypasses aggressive clipping, offering a fat, round 1940s jazz or clean early blues tone. To me, that sounds like we are looking at position 6 on this. So again, I think what's happening here is the AI overview has these positions backwards. But again, doesn't matter how much that position is or what it's called. No, it's you know, as a user, you're going to pick what you like. So if you like this sound, you'll probably stay there. Me personally, you know. And you could crank this. That's cranked, and that's as loud as it's getting, and I'm like that far away from the amp, so it's not even feeding back. It will feed back in certain positions, especially if you turn the treble all the way up. If I do this, yeah, it's going to feed back, but that's because, you know, I'm 2.5 feet away from the amp, from the speaker. So anyway, I'm going to be listing this for sale. It's going to be local only. Mainly because I don't want to ship this thing. It's heavy. If you are interested and all you care about is the amplifier itself, let me know. We'll work out a deal or something, and I can remove the amplifier. I'll let you know right now, I do not have the cage that went on top. I'm not sure if I ever had the cage that went on top. So it's it's almost perfect in this housing the way it is. You know, I think if you wanted to, you would really have to, if you didn't want this cabinet, you would have to get a cabinet for it. And maybe you have a cabinet array, maybe, you know, because this would probably fit into, I really don't even know what size cabinet would fit into. Probably a smaller Fender style, maybe a Princeton or something like that. So anyway, it's going to be going up for sale when I list this. I'm going to probably just list it on Facebook Marketplace, maybe the gear page, things like that. Again, it's going to be a local sale only. If you're local in North Jersey, great. I'm somewhat flexible as to meeting someone halfway, but you know, halfway is not going to be, okay, well, I live in Ohio. No, I'm not going to do that. But you know, if you live in South Jersey, or you live in, you know, Southern Connecticut, I'm sure we could figure something out. Or, you know, somewhere in PA, if you live in Philly, yeah, okay, that's not a big deal at all. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, any comments, anything like that, hit me up. This is not a fire sale, but I am not asking a lot at all. Mostly because I need to get rid of some stuff. I just have way too many things. I'm trying to declutter my my life, declutter my gear, because I have way too much that I've, you know, just collected over the years that are now becoming a problem because it's just too much. So anyway, like I said, any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.